Hello, this is Timothy Laval at the Lionsgate Missionary Vision. This videotape is just a short exhortation about why we teach the School of Prophets -1. There's a reason that we go after the foundations of what people really believe before we begin to train them as prophets. And here's my short exhortation.
I'm not going to walk on the clock. I'm going to respect it. And so we're going to do a School of Prophets in this area. And I think if Joseph ends up moving into this building, we'll probably do it here. But we're not limited to here. We can do it in several places on different nights. And it will include disciplines, learning disciplines. Our School of Prophets is pretty intense. And the first one is blood, breath, and birth, the elements of life. I call it School of Prophets -1. Not because it's less intense, because it's maybe more intense than some of the other ones might be. But it does bring to the surface what people really believe. And I'm going to just close with this. The reason I started it years ago was we were having wonderful outpourings of the Spirit in Beverly Hills and Hollywood. And I was getting over to Miami and up to New York State and Pennsylvania and Canada and different places. And preaching and prophesying. And people were really blown away by what the Lord was doing in those meetings. And one time in Hollywood, this lady comes in to one of the big meetings that they were doing in town, and she's wearing this layered chiffon dress, like the Queen of Heaven kind of thing. You guys follow that, right? She was from South America, and in South America there are a lot of mixed up doctrines that come, and part of it is because of some African voodoo stuff got mixed with some curandero stuff. And I don't know if you know what that's all about, but they mix Christianity with voodoo and Catholicism and come up with a cocktail you never believed. And so this lady stands up in these meetings, and I didn't know about it, but she had done this before, but she came to one of our meetings in Hollywood, and she starts prophesying in the name of Mary. And I can't believe my ears. Did she just do that? Yeah, she did. I looked at a couple of elders that I was walking with, and I said, "Did you hear what I heard?" And they're like, "Yeah, we heard it. What are we going to do about it?" So we decided to be gentle with her, and we just said, we don't prophesy in Mary's name here. We prophesy only in the name of Yeshua, right, or Jesus. And so it was all right. It got handled. Later we talked to her, and of course once we did, she didn't want anything to do with us ever again. And that is the response of the Jezebel spirit. And then I was in Florida. And another person had been touched by the Spirit. And it just so happened that we were starting to branch out into house churches. And I had a lot of people coming to me from Trinidad. And the Trinidadians mostly are black. And I love these people. They were my family. They were my friends. And I didn't think anything of it. I invited him over for a house church and all this stuff. And this guy we didn't know very well. And in the middle of the meeting, he pops off with he doesn't believe that white people and black people are supposed to worship in the same place. Can you believe that? In America. I'm like, I cannot believe my ears. So the Lord dealt with me that I needed to find out what people believe. Because you can see people manifesting gifts and operating in miracles and doing a lot of things. They could be scholars. This guy actually, as it turned out, was a Jesuit priest who wasn't wearing his garb, and he was there secretly undermining the house of the Lord. And I didn't see that one coming. I wasn't looking for it. But they're out there, trust me. So the Lord dealt with me concerning the School of Prophets that we find out what people believe. So this course that I teach, the blood, breath, and birth, the next one is seeing, hearing, and knowing of God, is designed to draw out of you what you believe. So at the end of this course, there's 8 pages of questions. And they're not right and wrong answers. There is no right and wrong in the question lines. It's what do you see, what do you hear, what do you believe? I want to find out what people believe, not tell them what to believe. Because I can't minister to their need until I know what it is. Right? And if I'm going to train them and equip them in the deeper things of the Spirit, I want to know what's in the basement. Amen? Amen. If you'd like to support us at the Lion Share portal, we have a page that has a link to Square. And you can do that on the Lion Share portal page on Facebook. Shalom.